You see a sleek profile, a neon colorway, or the model an elite marathoner wore to break a record. So you buy them, lace them up, and within 3 weeks, you are wincing through shin splints and nursing aching knees. When every step feels like a chore and every mile leaves you limping, the motivation to keep training disappears. For most people, this constant physical friction ends the habit long before they ever reach their goals. The perfect running shoe is rarely the most expensive one on the shelf. Instead, it's the one that accurately matches your specific anatomy and the environment where you actually spend your time. Most buyers make the mistake of evaluating running shoes like casual sneakers, prioritizing a snug, fashionable fit over the way the shoe actually handles movement. Walking to the coffee shop is a low-impact activity. Running is an athletic stress test, repeatedly absorbing 2 to 3 times your body weight with every single step. A shoe sized for sitting at a desk will fail under that load. Buying purely for aesthetics leads to a severe mismatch with your natural gait. Narrow shoes choke your toes as they try to splay, causing high-stress friction that blisters your heels. To stop wasting money and start running comfortably, we need to bypass the retail marketing displays. We need to build a personalized decision matrix. Finding lasting comfort requires stepping back and objectively analyzing 3 variables. First, your running environment. Second, your specific kinematics. And third, your sizing strategy. This flowchart starts with the objective filter, where you plan to run. If your routes are sidewalks, follow the pavement path, utilizing smooth outsoles for flat surfaces. For mountains, follow the technical trail branch, using deep lugs and rigid plates. Choosing a rugged trail shoe for a neighborhood cul-de-sac because you like the outdoorsy look is a mistake that ends in frustration. Hard pavement rapidly chews through the soft, grippy rubber of a trail outsole. Within weeks, you are left with a clunky ride and a wasted investment. The inverse is even more dangerous. Taking a lightweight road shoe onto a mountain path to save a few ounces creates immediate safety risks. Without specialized off-road traction, you are far more likely to slip on wet rocks, roll an ankle on loose dirt, or suffer deep stone bruises through the unprotected foam. Matching the outsole to your primary terrain provides the necessary traction for safety, while ensuring the rubber doesn't degrade prematurely on the wrong surface. Once the terrain is set, we look at kinematics, how the shoe's internal foam interacts with your specific stride and target pace. We can simplify brand jargon with this quadrant chart, mapping cushioning versus responsiveness. In the top left, maximum cushioning foams act as high-impact absorption tools. These isolate your joints from the shock of the road, prioritizing comfort. However, thick, pillowy material absorbs your energy rather than returning it. Over long distances, this can make your pace feel heavy or sluggish. Over on the bottom right, responsive shoes use firmer foams and carbon plates to return energy to your stride and propel you forward. These are highly efficient tools for chasing personal records and speed work, but that efficiency results in a much harsher impact with every step. Responsive shoes demand a developed musculoskeletal foundation. Using them for easy, everyday miles without the necessary leg strength often leads to deep muscle fatigue. The ideal foam provides enough protection to keep you healthy while remaining firm enough to support your target pace. The final phase of the matrix is securing the correct fit, which requires a completely different approach than sizing your casual footwear. Buying running shoes that feel perfectly snug and secure while you are sitting in a retail store is a recipe for injury. During a run, increased blood flow and repeated impact cause your feet to swell. By mile 3, your foot requires significantly more volume inside the shoe than it did at mile 0. A shoe that lacks expansion space leads to black toenails from hitting the front of the toe box, friction blisters, and nerve compression. Avoid these issues with a 3-point functional fit checklist. First is the toe box. You need a thumb's width of space between your longest toe and the front of the shoe. If your toe touches the end, it's too small. Next, ensure the heel remains locked down without slipping as you walk. Finally, the midfoot should feel secure under the laces without feeling constrictive. A simple way to get this right is to shop late in the afternoon or evening. Your feet naturally reach their maximum volume late in the day, closely replicating how they feel in the middle of a run. Shopping late and sizing up ensures your foot has the necessary volume to expand as blood flow increases, preventing the friction that causes blisters on longer runs. Once you have the right pair, you have to manage the investment. The question then becomes, how do you know when a shoe is definitively dead? Don't wait for the rubber outsole to peel away or show visible holes. By the time the exterior looks worn out, the shoe's internal structure has likely already failed. Running shoes suffer invisible breakdown. This chart shows how performance foams lose elasticity over time, with cushioning dropping sharply between 500 and 800 kilometers. When you enter this danger zone, compressed foam stops absorbing shock. Impact transfers directly into your shins, knees, and back. Trying to squeeze an extra 100 miles out of dead shoes to save $150 often leads to months of lost training and unnecessary physical damage. If you are a novice or running for general fitness, ignore the elite racing trends. Prioritize maximum cushioning for your daily miles. Trading a few seconds of pace for pain-free joints makes it much easier to stay consistent in the long run. For performance-focused runners chasing personal bests, utilize firm, responsive shoes for your fast intervals, but rigorously track their mileage. Performance foams are built for energy return, not long-term durability, and degrade quickly under heavy use. Expensive super shoes are specialized tools for race day, not a requirement for a healthy daily running routine. No shoe can magically increase your baseline fitness or natural speed. The goal of the runner's matrix is to eliminate physical friction. When you align your environment, your kinematics, and your sizing, you clear the way for consistency. Finding a pair of shoes so well suited to your reality and training needs that you eventually forget you're wearing them at all.